Can you hear it? Come on, try it.
I'm good.
No, I'm not afraid. Holy cow, this hurts. It's like a snowball effect. It's because I'm a human. I want a testimony out of this. It all comes in the God's will. My brain was super lit up. I mean, it's up to God. He's the one who's in control. Because I live in a world of sin. All of the things he did overpowers everything I could ever do. America pumping through my veins. I'm doing this for a reason. And you have to make Jesus the Lord of your life.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us with One with Wes, where we take one moment with Wes to see what he's got on his mind and his heart. Today we decided we were just going to do a fun one, and we're just going to kind of talk with Wes. Wes, how has your life changed having cancer?
Lots of things have been weird.
Lots of things are weird?
Yeah.
Well, let's start with food.
Food.
How
Okay.
has it changed with food? Are you eating the same that you were before?
So the food, everything changed because like they're so scared about like bacteria and things like that being on food, and like so food has to be cooked to a certain temperature if it has like meats. Like
So meats, how do you like your steak?
oh, okay. Steak can only be cooked medium rare, and it's like that is the steak. That's how steaks need to be cooked.
You want your steak a medium rare.
Medium rare.
So it's warm in the middle,
Honestly,
but it's still juicy and red.
I like cooking, so there's like weird words for it all. It's called cold blue, which is where I would honestly like a steak, where you just like you get a really hard sear on a steak, and then that's it. Like I want the steak to be hot all the way through.
Right.
But it's still like nice and red in the middle.
Right.
And
okay.
Some people say I like my steaks to move, but
but you can't have that with cancer.
No.
Okay.
No,
So
it's
how,
so sad.
how do you have your steaks now?
All of my steaks have to be like medium well, gray in the middle. It's like it's not a good steak. There's no juice. Like
Right. So after we got back from one of the chemo treatments, you wanted steak because they told you
did
needed
want
to eat
steak,
more
yes.
protein, right? And so
Yeah.
we made steak.
it was so
How
sad.
was that steak?
Steak doesn't compare with steak whenever it's cooked right. Like you can't have a steak that's not. It's not juicy. All the steaks are dry.
What about seasoning though? How has the chemo done to your flavor? I mean, can you put the seasonings and stuff on the steak?
So at first everything was weird. Like I didn't want anything salty. I didn't want anything sweet. I didn't want anything sour. I didn't want anything like tangy. I didn't want anything that tasted like anything.
Right.
If it was bland, that's what I wanted. Like I ate oatmeal that had nothing in it, no salt, sugar.
Oh, that
anything.
was gross. He wanted oatmeal. I literally just boiled the water with oatmeal, and he didn't have any milk, no salt, no sugar, no nothing in it. And he's sitting there eating. He's going, "Oh, this is so good."
It
was
good.
so disgusting.
I
It
didn't
smelled disgusting.
I didn't eat anything for like 2 days. I needed to eat something. It was good because it was warm and it was like actually eating food, which I hadn't done in a little while. So that was really awesome.
So what other foods?
For fruits and vegetables, they have to be like washed, unless if they're being, well, I guess all fruits and vegetables are supposed to be washed, but it has to be washed a different way, like with tons of like precautions. Like an apple, they say I have to wash it until the water stops like beating on the apple, because like all of the wax has to be removed, and it's kind of obnoxious because
So it takes a long time to wash an apple.
It does. I like being able to grab and go. Like I'm a guy who I wake up for school. It's 7:30. School starts at 8. I still get my shower. I'm still in the truck. I'm out. I'm eating breakfast on the way. Like that's how I like it.
Right.
I like
grab an apple, rub it on your shirt, and go.
Yeah. It's all about this quick snappiness of it. And now I have to wash all my fruit and even fresh vegetables like carrots and stuff like that. If we used to get bags of baby carrots like you dip in ranch, have we ever washed those in the past?
No.
No, we have to do that now. Like it's weird.
We used to just open them and just dip them right in and eat them.
That's what I always did too.
Now a fresh carrot that you peel it, but even then you're peeling it, so you're taking the outside edge off. So I don't know if we really.
Baked potatoes, I'm weird with baked potatoes before, so this isn't like a change in my life, but it's something that they said I had to do. I don't like eating. Most people do the baked potato where like they'll put the cut in and they'll smush it and they'll just eat out of the peel. I'm weird. I can't do that. I have to peel the potato and smash it up on my plate. But now I'm forced to do that. I have to get all of the peel off because there's dirt.
You can't
and-
have the peel.
Can't have the peel because
Even if it's cleaned really well, they don't
even-
want you to eat the peel.
They don't want anything,
Yeah.
any chance of that. Which is, I mean, I'm okay with that because I don't like the peel anyways.
Uh-huh.
Gives me an excuse to be weird.
Right. So what about school? How's school changed?
School's changed because things are just weird at school. I mean, like I'm going through something weird.
Uh-huh.
It's something that like
Is it ever awkward?
it's very awkward. Yeah. I mean, there's moments where like people walk up to you and like it was very sincere and they were like, "Are you okay?" Like they're scared for you.
Uh-huh.
And it's hard to be like sincere in those moments whenever like I just got done joking around with my friend about like being bald. Like it's different now and it's something like I like messing around about it because I I think I look like Caillou. Okay, like the little tiny kid show Caillou.
I'm just a kid who's bored. Each day I grow some more. I like exploring. I'm Caillou.
He was running around, and that's
Wesley has a good sense of humor, and we do have a video out on Joy, and if you want to watch that, you just need to look right up here, and we will have that tag up there, and you can watch on Joy where he talks about his sense of humor, where he gets it. But anyway, yeah, Caillou.
I think
You
I
take
look
your
like
hat
Caillou.
off for
Yeah.
everybody?
I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
My head isn't shiny yet, so I'm hoping it'll get there eventually. A bunch of people are saying like polish and like baby oil, and you got to get it like a towel and buff it in. I don't know. I might get a car buffer or something. But the school is weird because I'll go from like joking around with like my best friends about me looking like Caillou, and like this is probably gonna get me in trouble with some of my teachers, but I have some bald teachers, and it's kind of fun because like I can compare it to them now, and so like I'll make jokes about like being my bald buddies and stuff like that, and then like I'll turn around and there's one person who's like asking me all these like super deep questions, and they're like being super sincere, and I just got done like laughing like crazy and having a good time.
It can be hard.
It's
can't it?
weird going from like situation to situation.
Now, how about what your mom wants you to? Because you were just telling me before we got on camera a story
Oh.
about your mom.
So my mom went through all of the breast cancer stuff before, and her white blood cells were bad, and she didn't get them for like a couple years.
Right.
And so she's been really nervous about me getting sick and things like that. So she made me go to school for the first couple days with a little tiny thing of hand sanitizer with like a carabiner clip on it. And I didn't want the carabiner clip because I didn't want that. So I just had it in my pocket, but the cap thing on it broke. And so I was like, it was the hinge part of it broke. So I just shoved it back on and just let it be in my pocket. But apparently it ended up busting off. And that was so gross. Have you ever stuck your hand in your pocket and there's just goo cold?
So it just oozed out all throughout
Just
your
oozed
pocket.
out all through my pocket. And I didn't notice really quick. So like I was in ag and I think I was like laying on my side whenever I noticed because I was like, ooh, something's cold. And you're in ag class, so you don't know what is on the ground. Like it's ag.
Okay, so let's you're in ag class and you're laying on your side.
Yeah. Well, laying on my side, I think I was like working on a trailer or something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
And like everything got really cold, and like there's all these cleaners and things like that in ag. They get grease up and stuff like that, and it was weird. And then so like I stood up, I was looking at my pants, and there's this huge weird wet spot, which is always kind of concerning. And stuck my hand in my pocket, it's just ooze, and I realized, oh, hand sanitizer just busted all over the place. Got all over my keys. That was
That's
weird.
gross.
Yeah.
That's gross. What about weightlifting? Things have changed in
Yeah.
sports too, right?
So weightlifting, because of the port, they don't want anything that's like free weights over top of it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm allowed to do squats and like lunges and things like that with a bar behind my back, but nothing where like moving weight above my chest. So I'm allowed to do like the machines and stuff like that, but I
Right.
like doing the free weights with the bars.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be weird. I'm gonna look like a.
Are you back to running and doing all the sports stuff in school?
I am back to doing the running. At first I was really nervous about like getting lightheaded because that was stuff they were talking about, but I haven't had any of those problems.
Mhm.
I'm excited because that's something that I'm able to go back and do.
Okay.
I'm nervous I'm going to look weird because I'm going to be doing like all squats and stuff like that, like all leg day stuff. And I'm not going to have very many chest days and arm days where I can do like the stuff I used to be able to do.
Right.
I'm going to look weird.
So let's talk, because it's been brought up. in a few different videos. You've made some statements, even made some little funny clips out of it and all
Yeah.
of that. But every time you have chemo, you talk about a breeze in your head.
I don't know how else to describe it, okay? So it feels like if someone unscrewed my head a little bit and like there was like a little crack around here on the bottom of my neck and there's wind circulating around my head. Like how, if you can picture how that would feel. I don't know, like I feel like my head's always in motion, I guess maybe. I don't know how else to describe it.
So his mother, who's had cancer in the past, and she's defeated cancer. Okay, she's doing great now. And when he said that the first time, she's like, "That's it." It's like she was like, "That's the best way that's ever been explained." And she's like, "I know what you mean." So
It was a funny day.
so kind of like you just got done eating a mint and you take a deep breath or
No,
water, but it's inside your head.
it doesn't feel cold. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. It's just weird.
So in a nutshell here, your life has changed. You've got
Yeah.
weird feelings. You've got weird eating habits. School has changed.
Yeah,
So-
and one other thing that's weird is I can't go pee outside. Now, I'm a guy. I was raised where like my parents would kick us out in the backyard during the summer, and they would be like, "Go play out on the trampoline." So I grew up where if you had to go pee, you went and pee on a tree, and if like there's not a bathroom around, you go pee on a tree. But I can't do that now.
Okay, so just to clarify, so that I don't look like a horrible parent now that you just said that, we have 3 boys of no daughters, and they just wanted to watch TV and stuff inside. So we would have certain times where we would just kick them out, and we say, "Don't come back in for 3 hours," or whatever it is. Now, if they'd have knocked on the door and said they had to go to the bathroom, we would have let you in. But Wesley, as
Probably.
a small boy, preferred just to go pee on a tree.
It was quicker. It was easier.
Right.
But
they told you can't. Now, here's what I need to know. How does that subject even come up in a doctor's office?
I honestly don't really know. It was. I think it was one of those things where I was like with my mom doesn't like the fact that I pee outside all the time. And so I think I was with my mom and we were in the doctor's office and she realized, she was like, "You know, you have chemo, so like you can't really go pee outside." And the doctor, my doctor jumped on it. She was like, "Yeah, you definitely can. Animals like might come up and like, I never would have thought animals would drink my pee. But like, I guess animals would want to drink my chemo pee. It's weird. And it can really mess with them, and like, I guess it can mess with the environment and stuff like that.
So out of all the things that are going wrong, that's the one that you just can't pee outside.
I can't pee outside, and I can't eat a medium rare steak.
Oh yeah, that's true. The medium rare steak. Yeah.
Those things, they're the hardest problems.
Still going.
Like,
Now share with everybody about the spicy Cheetos, because you eat those.
okay. I've talked about the spicy Cheetos in a couple of the videos inside the hospital. But before I love spice, it's one thing I've always been able to, I guess, tolerate or like. But I was told by, I think it was a child life expert or something like that in the hospital, that she has 2-year-olds who like just down bags of spicy Cheetos because it gets rid of the, like, chemo leaves a weird taste in your mouth, kind of like whenever you brush your teeth and then you eat a whole meal, but there's still the toothpaste taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like that thing in the back of your throat. That's what chemo tastes like to me, at least. And the spicy Cheetos gets rid of that taste because it's really gross. And I've been told it's because like the spice is pain receptors instead of taste. So it's something that you can actually taste, and it also masks some of the gross things, I guess.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's just the Cheetos. Do you eat the Takis or
All of the spicy stuff
all the
works.
spicy stuff?
Someone gave me like these hot pistachios too, and those things work pretty good too.
And you like pistachios.
I like pistachios, yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. So life has changed, food, and all that. Well, we don't want to make this video too long, so.
Okay.
But we just thought it would be fun to sit down and to talk about the things that have changed for Wesley. I hope you found some humor out of it. Got a laugh. It's funny. So I'm sure there'll be more things that are changed in the future.
Probably.
But we do crack up a lot at home, and but laughter's good. Laughter's good. Well, we want to thank you for watching us today with One with Wes. If you would, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right down here. Click the bell so you can see every time a new video comes up. And would you share it with somebody? If you know somebody that you think would do well by watching this, that would be great. It would help us out a lot. I'd really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah.